another video with the girl Carol. And today, guys, I want to speak on depression. The reasoning for that is because going on my timeline and just listening to people, the topic of depression is really coming up. Mental health is really coming up a lot. So I just want to touch on that, and also I want to talk about it because I once was depressed and dealt with it. Like, yes. So I don't wish that on no one at all. But guys, you already know, before we get into the topic, which the topic is, how do you know you're depressed? Period. So guys, before we get into the topic, you already know, if you feel like you can benefit from some encouraging videos, by all means, go ahead, hit that subscribe button, click like, share, and comment. Yes. Okay, so the question is, how do you know that you're depressed? So I wrote down a few things, got a little information. Oh, disclaimer. I am not a medical profession. I am not a therapist or anything. So I'm just speaking on some things that I found that I've been reading on, and on some of my experiences. So I am not a medical expert or anything. I'm just speaking on some life experiences and some things that I've been reading up on and everything. Okay, so period. Okay, so definition of depression. So I wrote down a few things. So depression is the feeling of severe despondency and dejection. Despondency is a state of low spirit caused by a loss of hope or courage. Dejection is sad and depressed state, low spirit. And so I found another definition, and this come off of World Health Organization, and it says depression is a mood disorder that causes a persistent feeling of sadness and loss of interest. Okay, so we're getting low spirit, sadness. We're getting that a lot. So I don't want you to confuse being sad and down to being depressed. It's something totally different. Even though there's a fine line between those things, it's two different things. We're going to experience some sad things, some things that upset us, that have us down. But when you're feeling down and hopeless and sad, and it's consistent every day, 2-3 weeks has passed, and you're still in this funk, you don't want to interact with nobody, you don't want to do anything, the things that you used to enjoy, you don't enjoy anymore, then that's when you need to go and get some help. That's the thing. We think that we can just, diagnose ourselves. So let me say this. Don't diagnose yourself with depression if you're just sad for a couple days. Like, don't speak that over yourself. Always speak life over yourself. So we're so quick to be down and sad, and then boom, we're just saying, oh yeah, we're depressed. Oh, we're this, oh, we're that. Like, don't speak that over yourself. If you're not depressed, please don't speak that over yourself, because you do not want to deal with those moods and that feeling. You don't want to deal with that. Period. But yeah, so the thing with depression, if you feel like you are depressed, if you feel like you're dealing with the same sad emotions, feeling hopeless, feeling worthless, feeling like you just don't want to do anything, you just want to sleep, just be to yourself, get help. We always want to we always want to try to figure it out ourselves. We always want to just deal with it instead of getting the necessary help to help you through whatever you're going through. So again, if you are feeling these emotions and feeling this, feeling down and feeling sad and just moping around, and it has been 2-3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you can't shake this mood, please go get some help. Go get some help, please. Depression is treatable. You can get past depression, but you have to put in the work. You have to go and see what it is that you need. Like, don't leave it untreated, because once you leave depression untreated, it can be very harmful. It can be very, very harmful. So let me give you some things that if you leave it untreated, what could happen. So let me find it. Hold on, hold tight. Okay. So, examples of complications associated with depression. Excessive weight or obesity, which can lead to heart disease and diabetes. Pain or physical illness. Alcohol or drug misuse. Anxiety, pain disorder, or social phobia. Family conflicts, relationship difficulties, and work or school problems. Social isolation, suicidal feelings, suicidal attempts, or just suicide. Self-mutilation, such as cutting. And premature death from medical conditions. So, again, if you feel like you are dealing with depression, please get the necessary help. Do not think you can do this on your own. Do not think that it'll go away. Do not think that it's crazy. It's all in the mind. You know, a lot of people dismiss depression and it's all in the mind. It ain't this, it ain't that. No, it is real. Mental health is real. This depression is a real. So if you, again, I can't just stress that enough. Get the necessary help. You know, we don't like to go to therapists and we don't want to take medication. We don't do, and I was one of those people. I don't want to take no medication. I don't want to, now I have not taken any medication or anything, but I'm realizing the importance of dealing with your depression and not just letting it linger. Because the longer you let it linger, the worse it's going to get. Period. Period, guys. Speaking what I know. I'm not just talking. I'm not reading it. I'm telling you. The longer you let it linger, the worse that it will get. Period. So, it was something else that I wanted to, hold on real tight, please, and thank you. Hold on. Now what did I do with that? This is so unprofessional. Lord. So what I want to do is give you some symptoms. And if you're dealing with the majority of these symptoms, hold on 1 minute. Okay, guys. Okay, so look. So these are some symptoms. So you feeling like these, multiple of these, y'all already know. Get the necessary help. Okay, so feeling of sadness, tearfulness, emptiness, or hopelessness, angry outbursts, irritability, or frustration, even over small matters. Just those small little things, you blow up. You blow up and everybody's like, wait a minute. It was just a piece of paper that fell on the floor. I'm telling you, it'll be the smallest little things and you just Tasmanian devil. Anyway, loss of interest or pleasure in most of the normal activities such as sex, hobbies, or sports. Sleep disturbance, including insomnia or sleeping too much. Tiredness, a lack of energy. So even small tasks take extra effort. If you find yourself something that normally takes 3 minutes, you're on hour 2. That's what it's saying. Like tasks, the smallest little tasks, you just take forever doing it. Yeah. Reduced appetite, and weight loss or increased cravings for food and weight gain. Anxiety, restlessness, slowed thinking, speaking or body movements, feeling of worthlessness or guilt, fixating or past failures or self-blame, trouble thinking, concentrating, making decisions, or remembering things, frequency, recurrent thoughts of death, suicidal thoughts, suicide attempts, or suicide, explained physical problems such as back pain or headaches. So again, if you're feeling multiple things that I've just named, guys, please get help. Depression is very serious. I want to see you healthy mentally, physically, spiritually. I want you to get everything that God has for you. You are beautiful. You are awesome. A lot of depression comes from childhood trauma. It may come from generation. Like if your mom, your dad was depressed, that happens to where it's a hereditary thing. Depression also can come from chemical imbalance in your brain. So there are so many different things that can happen, but they just don't know how to prevent it. It hasn't been, but yeah. So guys, it's a little bit more serious topic because I've been there, and it started when it started from being a teenager. It started when I was a teenager, and I had low self-esteem. I felt worthless, hopeless. Felt like no one liked me. I didn't love myself. And a lot of those, that came from, but it came from childhood trauma. And it got worse because I didn't handle it. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to tell someone. I didn't know. So, this is why it's so important for me to speak on certain things. And this is why it's a passion of mine to be a voice for the voiceless, to help someone become a better version of themselves. Maybe someone is feeling down right now. Maybe someone is going through some things and they don't know how to come out of it. And maybe I can be that light. And maybe they'll listen to my video, listen to my voice, and go get some help and do what they need to do to make them better. It's all about self-care and helping your depression and overcoming it and becoming a better version of yourself and doing whatever you need to do to get to the next level of happiness is a part of self-care. And you have to love yourself first, because if you're not good, no one around you is good. And I can't stress that enough. And yeah, so this is real deal. This is the real deal. Mental health is something that is very powerful, and it's taking control of a lot of people. And it has no gender, no color, no age, period. And a lot of people are leaving this world because of depression, and they're taking their own lives because they can't take what is happening, what is going on, how they're feeling. They don't know what to do, who to go to. Some people don't have people to talk to. Some people don't have that trusted friend or family member or whatever to sit down and just talk about their issues with them. Some people do, but choose not to because they don't want to put that burden on someone else. Get some help. Talk to someone. You have people that love you. You have people that really want to help you. But no one can help you if you do not reach out, if you do not try to help yourself first. Period. And me, I had to find coping skills. First of all, I had to want the change. I had to change the way I thought, the way I had to, because I couldn't elevate to the next level. I couldn't be happy in a happy state if I continued to allow myself to just go through in private, in secret. So once I began to talk and once I began to research and doing some coping skills, and I'm still up for speaking to a therapist. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And why do I want to speak to a therapist if I say I'm past that? Because day-to-day life still happens. You still need to talk to someone. You still need to vent. You can't do everything alone. God put people in this world and experts in this world to help you. So why not use the resources? Why go through life by yourself, depressed and overwhelmed? Why? You don't have to go through any of this alone. So get the necessary help. If you're feeling suicidal, if you feel like you just don't want to be here anymore, call 911. Call 911. There are helplines that can help out there. It's help out there. It is help out there. So again, guys, mental health is something serious. I can talk some more on it because there's so much more to depression that I feel like you should know. And I could do a part 2, and I might just do a little series about mental health. You know, there's anxiety, and there are different types of depression. There's postpartum. There's different types, you know, so I could do multiple videos on mental health. But guys, I just don't want to talk too long, but I just hope that this video reaches whoever it needs to reach, and I hope that I am a help to you, and I hope that you get the necessary help. Know that you are loved, and know that you don't have to suffer alone, and know that you don't have to do life alone, period. So guys, I just want to say that I love you. Remember, faith over fear. Put yourself first. Love you. Do all the necessary things you got to do to make sure you're good. Self-care is a must. Self-love is a must. Period. So guys, just know that I love you. You're amazing. You're awesome in everything that you do. And until next time, mwah. Guys, I just left off something that I want to say. And me talking about me being depressed. When I was going through it, I didn't realize what I was going through. I just knew that I wasn't right. I knew something wasn't right about myself and how I was thinking and how I was feeling and how I was interacting with people. And I slept all the time. I was always upset. I snapped all the time. The smallest little things made me upset. I've tried to commit suicide more than once. So yeah, it was a lot going on, and I didn't really realize what I was dealing with until I started working for a counseling company. And once they promoted me to become a what's the word I'm looking for? Case manager. And once I became a case manager and began to help other people, and I was reading their treatment plans, and I was like, So I was just, as time was going on, and as things, you know, was transpiring, and as I was getting older, I know that that's what was going on with me as a teenager, as a young adult, and into my 30s. That's what I was dealing with. And I didn't have any type of coping skills. I didn't know that I should talk to people. I didn't know anything. I just kept it all to myself. And the things that I dealt with as a child, I'm just now beginning to speak about it. I think in my 40s. So yeah. I dealt with a lot of those symptoms. And so guys, I'm begging you, if you are dealing with these things, please go get the necessary help. Don't go through the majority of your life. Life is so short. Life is so short, and people are dying left and right over different types of things. Do not spend half of your life in a funk, half of your life with a dark cloud over you, letting life pass you by. Life is a beautiful thing if you allow it to be. But life can be a bitch if you let it be. It's all on you. It's all on you. So yes, again guys, just please get the necessary help.